So the notes thing, it works because it's an expansion on a prior and unlocking the monetary energy. And I'm not going to say you never do it because you theoretically do it. Whereas, how do I do it? I hammer that shit like I'm retarded. Yeah. I mean, that's what fucking is, which is what? You're going to pull it in, pull it out, pull it, push it in, like, it's stupid. It's so, like, it's that. And then that runs the entire world where you're like, what? Yeah, exactly. But then, yeah. And then what? It's totally genius, right? And then the replacement for it is some complicated thing that ruins your brain, that averts you away from the actual task, which is fucking. And then people's brains break because it's, oh, well, this is an electronic representation of sex, which is what porn is. And then now your brain's broken because you can't do long term things. Or not even long term, midterm. Not even midterm. You can't do short term things, which is, we talked about a thing on the 18th on the fifth floor. Then we talked about it on the first floor. Did you send Charlie a thank you? The whale who paid for your dinner. Oh my god, dude. I don't even know who he is. See? See? Is that hilarious? It's hilarious, hilarious. How's my sound? How's my sound? Is it okay? Okay. Recording my side of the conversation. In the future, we'll do two sided, but yeah. So the treasure map, I'll wait for your notes. Do you see how? Do you see how? So I'm gonna be honest with you. Do you see how you forgot that the $302 lunch with no lunch? You forgot that you paid $302, and then because you said, "Oh, Larry didn't charge me," because I did charge you. Right, you totally did. And yeah, and that's money that you forgot about. Now imagine other people that didn't pay money, would they forget about it or would they not forget about it? They would totally forget about it, right? And then do you see why the rate model matters? Because now you're saying, "Hey, you dumb fuck, I owe you $151." And then people would be like, "Oh," and then it would say what? Thanks for, what did they say thanks for? No, no, thank you for reminding me, dude. Okay, do you remember when Charlie got it mixed up with the thank you and the gratitude? Because he paid and then he said, "Thank you, Larry." Do you remember that? Whereas our secondary friend, how did he say thank you? He said thank you like a question. He said thank you like a question. He said thank you like a question. And that's a heat check on gratitude. Because the other end of the gratitude is where you're like, "Hey, seriously, thank you. And here is a Rolex. Like, seriously, thank you. Because I never would have gotten this had I not blah 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 blah, right? So your fucking treasure fucking map. So that needs to be two things that fork, which is 6K for 2K, 400K for my fucking platinum Rolex tomorrow. So take those little fortune cookies, they're not scraps of paper. So take those little fortune cookies, those scraps of paper, each one is a fortune cookie. Not all fortune cookies are created equal, and put them by rewriting them. Don't just tear it out of your notebook. So put them under 6K, 2K, 400K, 60K. And that's why we're doing this phone call. That's why I'm this morning's wood, which is we're doing your treasure map because you're a virgin treasure mapper, even though I've said the word treasure map how many times with you? 1,000,000,000 times. And you have failed to do a treasure map because you're like, I want to save the security deposit on my landlord. Who's your landlord? No, you're your own landlord. You own your shit. So you're kind of trying to save your deposit on a wall. You're trying to keep your wall perfect. Okay, well, why is there no treasure map on your wall? Like on your stucco drywall wall. Why is there not a treasure map in your bedroom wall? I think you want to keep it virginal, just like your vagina, right? Because you want to keep it perfect in case you have to sell it. You want to keep it perfect in case vagina comes over, right? And you don't want people to think that you're a psycho. Nobody ever, like, have you ever seen my walls? Nobody ever thinks I'm a psycho. I am a psycho. But do you see what I'm saying? Is I'm literally a psycho with a orgasm of kills, a tidal wave of kills. No woman ever comes in is like, "Are you a serial killer?" Like my walls, I put it as a. The question is, how do you treasure map at a conference? It's called the war room, war like battle room. So let's say I'm staying at the Fairmont Hotel, right? So I'm putting up business cards onto a wall, onto a piece of cardboard. So I get shit shipped, right? So I get what 6 cases of water. So I break down the boxes and I tape the corrugated to the wall, and that's my bulletin board. That totally makes sense, right? So you're taking trash, yeah, and then I take it home, and then I take it to the office or I take it home, and then no, there's always leftover on it because it's a treasure map, and that's the treasure map at a conference, which you should do for our tertiary, secondary friend, the whale that was sitting two people to your left at dinner, and the two people on the right, which is uh, the ABBA dinner and then the JW dinner. So we're DJing those two dinners with the Long Center right now for my Rolex. That's why I have this energy. I have Rolex energy right now. There you go. Okay. So I know. So do you see how 6K number 1 you already did because you named the group chat 11K. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. How's my volume? Is it okay? Okay, so can we do 6K immediately so that way you can spend 2K? Okay, so this also needs to go on your treasure map. So like take a little piece of paper and put it on your virginal pure off color wall. So we're going to de-virginize your wall by starting your treasure map. So treasure map is obviously pirate treasure, but we're not trying to dig up gold because that's for remedial people. We're trying to make 6.15 Bitcoin per lifetime, per decade, or in my case, per hour or per Friday. The 6.15, wait, yeah, no, yeah, 400K into one. So I'm trying to make one Bitcoin. Oh my God. It sounds so easy when I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to make one Bitcoin. Because all we're trying to do is 400K into 6K, which is 6.15 Bitcoin, which is your treasure map, which is 6K, step one, 6K. Step one, 6K, right? Yeah. Yeah. And we're going to do step one 10 times. 10 times 6 is 60K. So we already did it in the 11K group chat. We have 2 group chats. We're not even milking them. We're getting, we'll call him, we'll call him, we'll call him Derek because that's his name. So we're charging him 6K for him to make 60K. How are we going to make Derek 60K succinctly? Yes. Good job. Actually, that's 99% of the work right there is that sentence. Okay, so how are we going to make him 60K? How are we going to make him 60K? Yeah. There you go. You said it with horrible body language. You said it with horrible body language. You said it like you can make $0 with that knowledge. And I can work with that. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But that's 110% right. So that is the answer. But that's also fuck yourself because you should have already been rich by now, dude. You should already have been rich by now. Fuck, dude. So will you put that on your fucking treasure map? So you got to write it down twice. Once in your little notebook, once on your wall. In fact, write it on crayon so that way it looks horrible. Do you have a crayon? Write it on that marker. Did I give you that marker? Yeah, 60K. You rip 60K from him because he's going to make how much paying you 6K? Because remember, you need to spend 2K. So you're going to help him make 60. You charge him 6. And then what happens after you get 6? You pay 2. Correct. You pay 2. That's that's how the money works as a 5-year-old. Okay. Because you've never wired it like that. It's how to date like you're 5 years old, another 5-year-old, not like some adult. It's how to make money as if you're 5 years old, which is what this is. So the 60, the 6, the 2. And your money doesn't go out until money comes in. Because you don't need, could you imagine asking a VC, hey, hey, I want to get your permission at every stage. Can I have consent? Can I have consent to pull your underwear 2 millimeters lower? Can I have consent to pull your underwear another your panties another 3 millimeters askew, like because you that actually is not uh that actually is not a uh vagina dryer. That's actually a vagina wetter, but like that's mixing up. That's mixing up. That's mixing it up because we got to focus. So your job, it's the easiest thing ever. It's the easiest thing ever. So we're gonna pick one. We're gonna pick one. Oh fuck, dude. Remember that? Remember that movie premiere that our mutual friend fucked up? Yeah, exactly, exactly, exactly. So what's the conference? Yup, 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 yup. Yeah, and I was holding the clipboard, and I was holding the clipboard for the VIP for the last three movie premieres, holding the clipboard, controlling the guest list, and then you guys, that's no, but that thing doesn't help you with your that's brain three. That's your penis brain. That's literally you thinking with your little head just there, right? Because you should have been the person doing movie tickets using a reverse rebate model for the accountant too, in giving away three movie tickets for an enterprise client sign up for Sam Stapp on the shoulder. Fuck you, dude. Fucking fuck you. Fucking fuck yourself. So, Derek, do F1 because he doesn't even view that as a conference. He doesn't even view it as a conference. And then if he doesn't get his 60K, tell him Los Angeles Super Bowl. You could see how he would totally spend 60K just for the Super Bowl in LA. He totally would. And so let's do a Luma for him because if he's hezzy or he's cash flow negative on that, we're calling it the Derek dashboard for CRO. Derek's CRO dashboard. I know, thank you. And I even have a date. I even have a date. It's February 11, 2027. Which AI company? You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome. Uh, on the same day, do that company. What day did I say? February 11, 2027 is Derek's company and the dashboard thing that you just blurted and interrupted me. You interrupt me a lot when I'm about to close money, dude. You interrupt me a lot. You should not be the second person talking after I talk. You should never talk after I talk because when I talk, the other person is going to respond with money for you for my Rolex. You should not talk after I talk because that just goes away from the money. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Okay, because every time, and then I stare over daggers at you. That's why I stare daggers. That because I don't I want you to talk a lot only if it's towards the Rolex. That's why I stare daggers. Like, what are you doing, dude? Like when I stare that look, that's why. Because I'm like, do you not remember the 400K, the 6K? Do you see how many times do I say 400K, 6K? How many? a gazillion times. How many times do you ever say it? You've said it 0. Whose money is the 400K? It's your money. You never say it, dude. When I wake up, there are never 6 text messages about your 400 or your 6. Never. In the time that I've known you for 3 years, you've never done a 6 message, 6-tuple double tap for, hey, I have an epiphany. This is my treasure map, 6 updates. Like, you've never done that. And that's bad because you only work on this and focused when I'm sitting with you on the phone. Right? Larry doesn't care about us YouTube plebs anymore. Big fancy StreamYard man now. StreamYard. Let's do another. Do you ever use StreamYard? Did you say what's that? Even better. Even better that you don't even fucking know. Even better. So we're connecting. Say thank you, dude. Okay, so God. So we're connecting Let's Fucking Go Pod dot Singapore to StreamYard. Boom! Boom! That's another 6K. Do you need his email address? Oh, fuck you. Where? Okay. I'm just going to say Isaac at lfgcontentco.com. I'm going to repeat that. Isaac at LFG, like let's fucking go, lfgcontentco.com. So we're connecting StreamYard to LFG Pod. Remember when I said Microsoft? Yeah, we're not doing Microsoft. We're doing StreamYard because we can make lead generation money from StreamYard. Yeah, friends with the founder. So we're making lead gen money, making lead generation money. We're making lead gen money. We're making lead generation money with how by what? No, it totally matters. Yeah, so the same way that I closed Daniel Liu for 3 legendary internships in a row, we're closing Isaac. Do you remember Isaac? Where'd you meet Isaac at? Where'd I introduce you to Isaac at? What location? Yeah, at Long Tenor, correct. So he doesn't have a revenue stream, right? He has 0 revenue. So step 1, he's what? He's guessing at revenue. This is his first $250 in revenue, which is lead generation for StreamYard. Yeah, so we're not making $6,000, but we're making $600. And that's an email that we use AI to write. Or maybe we'll have to write the first one where you write to him and CC me, lawrence.chang@gmail. Hey, plug in for StreamYard, plug in for StreamYard, plug in for StreamYard. Because he can stream to any platform, blah, blah, blah. Because he's got that fancy setup for his podcast. And then you're connecting that LFG pod to let's fucking go podcast.com. Let's fucking go usapodcast.com, which is $10 a month, $10 a year in a website that connects to Derek doing a podcast on the 11K group chat. Do you see how this magical trick works every time because I'm just DJing external APIs? Exactly. That's what I hammer because what is page one of your notebook? It's external APIs where I have a perpetual money machine because I focus on the 400K, the 6K, and then I take a contact and I'm like, okay, I can't make 60K, but I can make him $600. Yeah, because he's currently at zero and we're not spending any money. And then we're we're doing for StreamYard what we did for the lock company. Do you remember the lock company? Okay, so what are we doing for the lock company? That's a search fund. That's a ETA, entrepreneurship through acquisition. Yeah, lock. Exactly. Exactly. So we're doing a search fund. We're doing a search fund. We're doing we're we're acquiring a company that we don't own using software. We're just interacting with it in an API that benefits them because that benefits them. Yeah. You see how it's the same thing over and over because okay. StreamYard, Isaac. We're just selling StreamYard. We're having Isaac sell StreamYard. Exactly. So it's just Isaac StreamYard. Yeah, exactly. Because he doesn't have. You didn't even know what StreamYard is. So what this is an example of is American Express. This is an example of American Express. This is an example of American Express, where American Express is a credit card company that needs to sign up college students, and and they can't sign up college students until the college student gets a Bank of America credit card. And so you can have unlimited meetings at American Express. Nothing is going to save you from the fact that the college student can't go direct and sign up for an American Express card. Like there's just no, yeah. So American Express, they can't sell a Chase or a Bank of America credit card and say, hey, look, handle a $600 credit line at Bank of America, and then we'll give you an Amex card. They just can't, they're just not set up to do that. And so that was my arbitrage, running an external API into PO Box 14019, that's Bank of America, into American Express. And there's no other way to onboard some person who's under 25 years old onto Amex. And then you tell Amex, look, just take this over. And then they're like, I can't. And you're like, well, I asked. Exactly. They're like, wow. They're like, wow, Duck Nine. Okay, that's Isaac. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I thought we did Derek already. Sure. Sure. Yeah. How's that going? Speak louder. Speak louder. Okay. 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 And then do you see how like that's an internal deliverable where you're going to go buy meeting space? Okay. 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 And then were you planning on doing a $0 meetup because that's what that entity is known for is a $0 is a $0. It's I don't see it. When was the last time you paid? When was the last time you? Okay, so where's the money coming from then, dude? Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god. Who? Okay, so what you're all these tasks that you're talking about, these tasks are called internal deliverables. Everything that you said is I'm gonna go buy something or spend money, and that's why I was because I was waiting for the money, and all it was time and energy out for acquiring something for $0, right? With all those entities, like, oh, they'll just do zero, where now you're part of the problem in the ecosystem, which is a gravitational pull of zero. So you got sucked into the black hole of zero. Because I still don't see exactly for revenue. Why did you say that location? Because I like it. Yep. 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 So the Edge is run by Catherine. She started the Edge, the fifth floor. Caroline's was also started by Catherine on the second floor. So what we're doing is we're doing uh, Paseo on the second floor. You're fucking welcome, dude. And then we're doing a rebate model for Paseo. I think the well, you just look up the address. Yeah, it is. So so the first two venues, Edge and Caroline's, is they're good. Oh, we should do Paseo and then do Edge for a second go for a second go because they spent $0 for that party and they showed up late. The hosts, yeah. That's CS 183 Underground MBA. I still don't see where the money is, though. Am I blind? You keep saying that. And that's going to get you how much money? Okay, so like walk me through how Larry Chang would do it. What? What? Oh my God. Um, okay. There you go. That's it. That's that's it. And the the know-how to that is how much money? How much? Yeah. How much is that worth? It's a simple question. No, it's worth like 275K, and after you pay 275K, you have a 1 in 4 chance of getting admitted into the class called Search Fund. So underground MBA, what is the most underground thing of an MBA? What's the flagship class? Okay, but okay. So we're running an external API into Harvard, Stanford. That's the value. Do you see how that's the value is ETA? Because even Rutgers knew what ETA was, but he had only done 10 hours of it, and he was already an expert. So that's what underground MBA is. This should make you 600K, dude, because you've never done a search fund one time, right? So so that's what Sammy Samya is. That's on your treasure map. Is you're doing search fund. That's you as a VC. And stop with the bullshit of, oh, I have two 25K investments. Stop with that. Stop with that. Stop with that. That's seven directions all shit. No one ever got anywhere by saying, "Oh yeah, I invested in an Indian tech company." Like that doesn't inspire confidence, right? Do you agree? I know you don't know. That's why I'm telling you. It doesn't. Whereas this works 100% of the time, every time, search fund. You saw it work yesterday. You saw it work twice. The lock thing, that's our first portfolio company because we don't need him to do an external API. Okay. So that's step one is the Yale Lock company. What was it? Was it Yale Lock? Was it? Okay, so that's 600K. That's say thank you. You're welcome because I can make an LABCS, which you're going to have to remind me on Saturday after 4 p.m., which is make an LABCS. So you need to have a to-do list in your notes, a la the David Kirkpatrick psycho execution, where your notes need to be revisited after Saturday at 4 p.m. for this. So you put a little box so that way you can come back to it and check it. It's a LABCS Yale Lock. So I'll assign you a live action business case study for your search fund. This also goes on your treasure map. This also goes on your treasure map. Live action business case study number for Yale Lock. So that is your flagship thing. That is your flagship thing. And that should get you 600K for your venture firm. What's your venture capital firm called? R2D2 Ventures is the execution of it. And I didn't want to say this in front of other people, but R2D2 VC, the reason it's registered is a Indian Pakistani dude front ran it to do a domain squat. So he's the one who owns the thing. Is that hilarious? It's hilarious, right? Yeah. That's who owns the .com for R2D2 VC. And that's your first portfolio company is Onjo. That's your first portfolio company because you don't need him because he looks like he might be in. You don't know, and even if he does come on board, then cool. We've been working on it because it's my idea. That it's yeah. The only thing that matters is execution. Exactly. The only thing that matters is execution. Do you see why your venture firm just needs to be tight and straightforward? Which is oh, I want to talk about your LP. Cool. This is what we're doing is we're doing software took over the world. This is the API that we're running into Yale Lock. Like like I could explain to you what we're doing, or you can just look at a live action business case study. Here's the number for the LABCS. This is the number. This is what we're doing. Do you want to do something similar? That'll be some exorbitant fee. That's our first underground MBA. And then it's under Grit, Zach's book. Do you like how I'm DJing another API, expanding on a prior? Is that impressive? That is very good, right? So now we're doing another API called Book Club at Paseo, because whatever you're going to call it with underground MBA, complicated, this is just Book Club at Paseo. Grit with an eye towards doubling the value of that lock company while selling locks to a property company or selling software, vibe coding software, windsurf. I don't know who Jerry Nedler is. I'm here. It's execution time. What's on your schedule for events today? Yeah. What? Okay, it's called home field advantage. It's home court advantage. What you said, because ditto the night before. Ditto the night before. Yesterday, somebody said this party sucks. I don't know when you use pronouns. Who are you referring to? Oh, okay. So I didn't even. Okay, now go again because now. Okay, so what did you say? I totally forget. No, it was 10. I totally forget that he was even there. Who? What? Corey? Excluding Hornady. Yeah. I totally forgot he was even there, dude. I totally forgot that he was even there. What? He's done, dude. Cut him. He's done. Yeah. I forget. And yeah, he was completely like he would have really benefited from wedging in. What do you do? Sulk and just go home to your house? He would have ruined it. He would have ruined it. You see what I'm saying? He totally would have ruined it. Yeah. That's hilarious. Okay, this is what we're doing. We're jetting over to Paseo, and then you're wearing as many bracelets as possible, and we're gonna work Paseo. Uh, can you do both? Can you do both? I think you can do both. Like just work out of Paseo. Yeah, do that, and then park, and then park. I'll send you deets on where to park. When you enter the garage, you got to cover your license plate with a piece of paper and a duct tape. Because you know how it automatically scans and bills your license plate? Yep. You know it. You don't call them. You don't call them. That's a, no, no, God, no. It's a credit dispute over postal mail. I'll bring you a envelope with a stamp. Yeah, or fucking thank you. Yeah, so I'll bring that. Should we say noon 30? Okay. All right, that's a plan. Okay, see you. Bye. Fuck yeah, you are. Fuck yeah. You're doing a fast. Thank you for bringing this up. You're doing a fast. FAST. No, I'm serious. Yeah. I'm glad we're talking about this because that's a fast. That's a fast. I know. That is the that's a perfect response. That's a perfect response. Yeah, and fast. Yeah. 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 I caught you at the restaurant eating first thing in the morning. That's a giant no-no. All right, noon 30. Yes. Okay. What did we learn? We learned that some people forget that becoming $3 million richer is a piecewise function into your brain. 400K, pay 60. So 400K in, pay 60. $6,000 US dollars in, pay out 2K. That's the order. The reason that these seem like it's impossible, but for me it works 100% of the time, every time, it's this. We are operating in a software ate the world component. and you can say that AI ate software, that would just be pedantics. Who can get away with using the word pedantic? That would be Larry Chang. That would be Larry Chang. This is what I'm talking about in 2 paragraphs, which is software. It's driven on token calls. A token, like a subway token, a token like a video game play, a quarter is a token. It needs 8 quarters to operate a washing machine. The quarters, they never leave the laundromat. They just go round and round. It's a token. It's a cheap token to operate. The entire world is driven on US dollar token. This is Web 4. This is token economics. Some people see not an expensive car. They see a car as a token. How many smaller tokens am I going to need to make in order to make my dream car a reality, a Corvette? And then you overshoot your goal as an undergrad, and then you say, wow, I now have enough money to buy 400 of my dream cars. Maybe I shouldn't actually even buy one, because guys like me have been dying in sports cars since guys like me buy an expensive, fast sports car. When you're token first, now you understand what an external API is, which is your company has a token dynamic. This is business model. Whereas if your brain is completely set on retard mode, what's retard business model? It's where you ask constantly dollars per hour, where each one of these videos feels like it's $50,000 per hour, but you're not understanding the money. That's token, that's external API, that's getting away from, Larry, if I listen to you, how many dollars per hour can I make? Whereas you should be saying, Larry, I don't have the patience or the time to spend 20 hours to successfully manually do one API call. This is why I became #1 in entrepreneurship education, is I'm willing to sit with you for hours and hours and hours explaining to you that you're going to need to manually do one API call or 20 API calls. What's an example of an API call? That would be telephone calling Uber. As the solo founder of the Uber API, Larry, can you give me a more believable example? StreamYard. Doing lead generation for StreamYard. Larry, can you give me another more palatable example? Yeah, that would be American Express. That would be American Express. That would be Amex, which is, would you like to go to New York Fashion Week? That's an API call, because you live in your city. An API call would be, let's assemble 5 people or 8 to get ready to watch a video of Larry Chang at New York Fashion Week. For every 300 people in your city that watch this video, one person will go to New York Fashion Week. It probably won't be you because you're ADD. It probably won't be you because you don't believe in me. But if 600 people end up watching this video, one person out of 600 will say, "Oh my God, I think I can do this." And then you connect New York Fashion Week to chapter 24, Stepping Towards a New Destiny, chapter 25, Mentorship, which is under Your Vagina Keeps the Score, chapter 27, Unlimited Power, chapter 28, Cooking Nutrition, chapter 29, Limitless Love, chapter 30, Coding, chapter 20, Learn at Theater, chapter 20, Learn at Theater. Your Vagina Keeps the Score. Based on the book, Your Body Keeps the Score. Chapter 21, Your Body Keeps the Score, Writing. Chapter 22, NLP. Was that too much? Was that too much? No. Chapter 23 is Eli, chapter 33. Your brain is a filthy liar. Your brain is a filthy liar. That would be chapter 23. Extrapolated, Your Vagina Keeps the Score. Remember, you're doing a book club for these 10 chapters of a future book that you're going to read that I write, or that you're going to write using AI, which is Your Vagina Keeps the Score. Is your vagina keeping good score right now? How is your vagina doing? Is it healthy? Cheers to your vagina and keeping it healthy. Cheers. Let's become supernatural while we're becoming superhuman. Should we attack that? I think we should. Did you enjoy this video? If you enjoy this video, definitely don't share it with people, because the last thing I need are more likes and more subs. I just need you to have a superhuman bank account. First person to send me a $1,500 gift card gets to send me a $1,500 gift card.